All right, guys. Here I'm coming to you from the Gaylord. What's this place called?
Gaylord Opryland Hotel.
Gaylord Opryland Hotel. Right. So it's essentially a free place to visit. It costs $32 to park here, but they do validate if you eat somewhere here. No, they will validate that. Okay, so why should Californians not move to Tennessee? I think I'm going to have to rephrase that. Why should Californians not move to Tennessee except for a particular area of Tennessee that I think is pretty awesome? The rest of Tennessee, there's some ups and downs. The whole entire state has very, very little homeless people, hardly any panhandlers, very clean, very little trash. The traffic is mildly bad in certain areas, but overall it's not bad at all. Okay, so bike paths in general, there's not a lot of in Tennessee throughout. Now the place that I like the most, which is Mount Juliet, does have a fair amount of bike paths, and really that's the area that I kind of fell in love with is oops, let me close that, is Mount Juliet. So if you like well, this is a really pretty place here. If you like all the conveniences of the major shopping centers, if you like the bike paths, if you like open space, if you like lots of water close to the city, and that's really what really impresses me the most about Mount Juliet specifically, is that from this place right here, from this garden, this indoor atrium, right now it's like totally raining outside. It's pouring pretty hard and it's perfectly dry and very comfortable inside. From here back to the airport is like 20 minutes, maybe 25. From Mount Juliet to the airport is like maybe a 10-minute drive, but it does not feel like, I was kind of surprised that Mount Juliet was right next to the major international airport. So from Mount Juliet, you can be in LAX in like, you have to arrive at the airport a little early, so maybe like 4 hours. You can be in, so breakfast in Mount Juliet, lunch in LAX, right? That's pretty impressive. So everything is pretty close to here. In Mount Juliet, you're in between two large bodies of water. I don't remember what those two bodies of water are called, but it's pretty close. It's getting kind of noisy over here with the fountain. Now this place is huge. Yeah, it's pretty big. So we're just kind of wandering around exploring, and it's free, so it's kind of neat. And so from Mount Juliet to like downtown Nashville, which I'm still hoping I can go downtown Nashville. From here downtown Nashville, maybe another 15 minutes away, 20 minutes tops. I'm still going to try to play pickleball. There's a lot more pickleball. If you love pickleball, I love pickleball. Mount Juliet has lots of fantastic courts, both indoor and outdoor, and they're all free. In downtown Nashville, because I'm not a member of that rec center, it's going to cost me $5 to rent an outdoor court for an hour. That's not bad. And that's like within a 5-minute walk of is it the Pantheon? Is that what it's called, the Pantheon? Parthenon. So it's a really cool area, and it's super close. Okay, $5 fee I think is pretty nominal. Yeah, so right now I drive 25 minutes to play pickleball back in Bakersfield. Here, if I move to Mount Juliet, I can drive 30 minutes and play pickleball at the Parthenon. No, Pantheon. What is it called again?
I thought it was the Parthenon.
One of those two, but that's pretty awesome. Or I can just drive a few minutes and be inside one of the pickleball fields inside Mount Juliet. Okay.
You want a fun fact about the Parthenon?
What's that?
You want a fun fact about the Parthenon?
What's a fun fact?
It's an exact size replica of the one in Athens, and it has a full-size statue of the king.
Oh, really? Huh. That's pretty cool. What else? Electric rates are super cheap out here. It's like 9.9 cents a kilowatt versus in California we're paying like 43, 45 cents, something like that per kilowatt. So your electric bill is going to be cut significantly. Of course, it's not as hot. In California, you use most of your power for air conditioning. Here, it doesn't get as hot, so your electric bill is going to be way cheaper. Property values are a lot cheaper. But the series is why shouldn't you move here, right? Why shouldn't you move to Tennessee? Oh man, I'm kind of running out of reasons. The humidity is not really there. The air is clean. It is slightly humid, but everything is super close, super nearby, and it's a lot less expensive. So why shouldn't people move to Tennessee?
It's far from California.
It's far from California. That's a great reason, but it's only 3 hours away via flight. But it is physically far from California. So that's all I have. I can't think of why anybody would not want to move out here.
Beaches are farther away.
But the beaches, so you do have more a variety of beaches. So from here, a lot of people go down to, like in Bakersfield, 2 hours away, 2.5, 3 hours at the most. You can be at multiple beaches along the coast. Here, in about 6 to 7 hours, you can be at the beaches either in like Myrtle Beach, which is in South Carolina, or you can go down to the Florida or Alabama beaches, which are absolutely gorgeous. It's like, you know, a whole different resort style of beach, right? So California beaches are cool, but to have, you know, within 6.5 hours of, oh, you startled me, of different beaches, that's pretty cool. So that's something that's pretty interesting. Plus you have the Smoky Mountains. Yeah, that's any other reasons why Californians shouldn't live here?
They call them the Smoky Mountains, but they're more like the Smoky Big Hills.
Yeah, they're not
That's
really
one
mountains.
reason. Not real mountains.
They're not real mountains. You have no tree lines or timber lines, right? So they're more big rolling hills. In Nashville itself, I think I'm a big fan of Nashville, Northeast Nashville. They're really, it's mild rolling hills, very mild rolling hills. Still quite beautiful, but no mountains at all. Okay, so comparing just Nashville itself, I like Nashville more than Chattanooga or Knoxville. Knoxville, I was kind of surprised. I thought I was going to like Knoxville a lot more. I ended up liking it the least. Would you say the same thing? You liked it the least? It just felt, it had no character. Compared to Nashville and Chattanooga, it would be our third choice. Chattanooga was my favorite. Even when we went to south of Nashville, there's Franklin and Spring Hill. Those are kind of nicer areas, expensive houses. But I'm going to walk around some more so they don't get bored from the background. So those are nicer areas, but they don't have the amenities. They don't have the sidewalks. They don't have the pickleball courts. They don't have the airports. It was nice, but I wasn't quite loving it. It was nice, but it wasn't like epic. Chattanooga is super nice, but it's kind of far away from the major airport. So to get to LAX, you have to drive 3.5 hours to the Nashville airport, and then 3-hour flight. Well, that's reserved. 3-hour flight to get back to LAX. So that was kind of far away. Here, man, you're like 15 minutes away from a international airport. You have all the amenities, right? So for those of you who are thinking about going to Knoxville, I would strongly encourage you check out Mount Juliet, Lebanon area, just northeast, or even this Grand Opry place around here. This is just a really nice place. It's pretty inexpensive. You know, you can get a house for maybe $350,000 or so for like a decent house. You can get maybe something closer to $250,000 to $300,000, but it's still going to be a little bit not as nice in a kind of okay at best neighborhood. $400,000, $450,000 would get you a nice house, a pretty nice house, big yard, and a nice neighborhood, right? And most houses out here, they have creeks in the backyard. They have big lots with little creeks running all over the place, or the parks have creeks in the backyard or running through the back part of the property. So yeah, so if you're thinking about Knoxville, and a lot of people I've talked to are thinking about Knoxville, before you make that commitment, check out Mount Juliet area, right? It's I think it's yeah, there's a lot of reasons to love it, and I think if you go out and visit it yourself, I'd be surprised. I don't know why anybody would want to move to Knoxville. Chattanooga is a close contender, but man, this is pretty awesome. Of course, I haven't even seen all of Nashville. I haven't been to the west and not too far to the north. It's kind of northeast right now, so that's all. Yeah, I'm really quite loving it. I would be. I can see why everybody's moving to Tennessee. There's just a lot of bang for your buck out here. This is just gorgeous. Look at this. This is look at that. And that's essentially free to come check out. So I'm gonna go down to the to downtown Nashville, check out the riverfront. That's one thing I haven't seen yet. So that's all for today. I appreciate it.